The harvest is rich, but the laborers are few. So we need to ask the Lord that we may have laborers in his vineyard. And St. Vincent de Paul answered to this call. It's not only his work of charity that we should know that he's a patron saint of, but he's also a pioneer in the clerical formation. In fact, he established institutions for the formation of the clergy, of the priests, and the seminaries. Remember, during this period of his life, it was part of the Reformation of the Church. The Council of Trent in 1545 was able to establish the notion of the seminary, which is a place where priests will be formed, so that we have the word seminarians. And St. Vincent de Paul answered to this call by forming future priests, so that there are so many seminaries established in many parts of the world. In fact, the minor seminary where I started was established by St. Vincent de Paul, the Vincentian priest. He is known as the founder of the Congregation of the Mission. And this Congregation of the Mission has the apostolate to cater for the needs of the poor, to form for the clergy, and for the needs of the church. Although we know that there are these, what we call the Vinis nowadays, especially in our country, the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, but that was established 200 years after St. Vincent de Paul. It was a group of students in France, led by Frederick Ozanam, who formed this, what we call the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, whose mission is to cater for the needs of the poor. So that we have these works of charity we call the Vinis. But initially, St. Vincent de Paul has this mission for everyone, for the clergy, for the people. In fact, he's also the founder of the Daughters of Charity, not to confuse with Missionaries of Charity of Mother Teresa of Calcutta. We have the Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul, so that we have those Pauline Press, the many missions of the sisters who also work for charity. And nowadays, we have many universities, schools established because of St. Vincent de Paul. So you can just imagine the influence of this man in the life of the world, not only in Catholicism, not only in the Catholic Church, but because of his works of charity, because of his formation of priests, and priests would go on mission to the different parts of the world, would help other people of other faith and denominations, so that St. Vincent is a kind of light of the world, the salt of the earth, a very influential person who has lived to the full of in his life. Let us ask the Lord that we may be guided through his inspiration. He has told his congregation that we have to live a simple life of poverty, of chastity, of obedience to the superior, and of course of stability. These are the religious vows of the Congregation of the Mission. In France, they are called the Lazarites. But generally, we call them the members and those followers as the Vincentians. There are so many associations and works of charity that affiliate themselves to the Congregation of the Mission established by St. Vincent de Paul. And let us ask the Lord that we may always and also be guided through his inspiration. There are many works of charity in different parts of the world. Especially in Australia, we have many Vinis who are working for charity in Catholicism. So we thank the Lord for giving us the inspiration through this man. May God bless us all.